Welcome back to Ghost Pirate Entertainment. I'm your host, Kanan Becker, and today I give you 10 more recommendations on Hulu. And let's get to the list.
I need you.
So The Freefall is a 2021 horror mystery drama, directed by Adam Stillwell and starring Andrea Londo, Shawn Ashmore, and Jane Badler. So after attempting to take her own life, a young woman must deal with an overbearing husband and bizarre flashbacks, causing her to question her reality, as nothing is what it seems.
Doctor, please. What's wrong with her?
You don't remember. I found you in the tub, Sarah. You tried to kill yourself.
Sarah?
Sometimes the voices in our head are there to guide us.
This is a creepy, moody movie more than it is a scary movie, but it does have its moments. It's also not very gory, but it still has some bloody, brutal scenes. And it's full of dark imagery and mystery, keeping you guessing. With a small cast, mostly focused on two characters, Shawn Ashmore and Andrea Londo really have to carry the film. And they are brilliant, leading you down the rabbit hole into evil madness. This is an absolute hidden gem that'll keep you entertained the entire time, and one that I absolutely recommend.
Is it safe?
Don't worry, I'm healthy.
Leave us alone! Somebody help! I'm burning!
So Cabin Fever is a 2002 body horror movie directed by Eli Roth in his directorial debut. It stars Ryder Strong, Jordan Ladd, and James DeBello. The story follows a group of college graduates who rent a cabin in the woods and begin to fall victim to a horrifying flesh-eating virus.
You don't look so hot. Help me. I need a doctor.
I don't want to get sick. I don't want any of us getting sick.
We just don't want to get it.
This movie is savage. It gets downright nasty and just gross, with Eli Roth's dark, twisted sense of humor all over it. It's fantastic. It's mean, gritty, and disturbing. And you could very much see in this why Eli Roth has gone on to become a horror icon. Right from the start, he didn't hold back. He just came right at you. He just wanted to make you uncomfortable. This movie is an absolute treasure, and one that should be on every horror fan's short list.
You've taken everything from me! Andy! Heidi! Wake up!
That's why I'm here for you, pal.
So Rent-A-Pal is a 2020 bizarre thriller. Written and directed by John Stevenson, it stars Will Wheaton, Brian Landis Folkens, and Kathleen Brady. The basic premise is about a lonely bachelor named David, who finds friendship in a strange VHS tape. However, the friendship comes at a price that David struggles to pay.
Looking for a deep connection. Someone I can give myself to. Completely.
Hi, I'm Andy. Thanks for being here today. I have been waiting for this moment for what feels like forever.
This is a strange, awkward, uncomfortable movie. It's a lonely, sad story. It's dark and bleak, and as it unfolds, it turns into a demented nightmare. It's an expertly made movie from the direction to the sound design, and the whole cast is outstanding, especially Brian Landis Folkens. He really delivers a moving, believable performance that left me stunned at times. So if you're into dramatic thrillers with horrifying elements, then definitely check this out.
911 emergency.
Hello. They got us trapped.
You'll never survive if you lose control, Mr. Fox.
So Vacancy is a 2007 horror thriller, directed by Nimrod Antal and starring Kate Beckinsale and Luke Wilson. So when David and Amy's car breaks down, they're left with little choice than to spend the night at a remote hotel. The couple entertain themselves by watching a low-budget slasher movie, until they realize that the horrifying images in the movie were recorded in their room, and they must find a way out or become the next victims.
What movie is that?
I don't know.
Is that this room?
It sure looks like it.
This is is an action-packed thrill ride. It had been years since I watched this last, and I had completely forgot just how intense it is. It just never lets up. And for such a simple premise, it's surprising how creative it is. It's dark and unsettling and really had me on the edge of my seat. This is an entertaining, intense thrill ride that I definitely think is worth a watch.
You figured it out. You need me.
So Run is a 2020 psychological thriller, directed by Anish Chengati and stars Kira Allen and Sarah Paulson. The story's about Chloe, who was raised by her mother in total isolation.
I'm your mom. It's my job to take care of you when you need me. And you need me.
But now as a teenager, Chloe starts to investigate into her mother's secrets, finding horrifying truths. This is an intense movie. It's both exciting and harrowing with a captivating performance by Kira Allen. I was just so impressed with her performance in this, and I felt a deep connection to this character. I even found myself yelling at the screen just rooting for her. This is a very fun, thrilling movie. With lots of twists that'll keep you guessing, this is one I definitely think you'll enjoy.
My son, I'm going to give you the only thing that I have left. A chance.
So Mother Android is a 2021 post-apocalyptic sci-fi thriller. Written and directed by Mattson Tomlin and starring Chloe Grace Moretz, Algie Smith, and Raul Castillo. It tells the story of a pregnant mother and her boyfriend who try to reach a fortified Boston amidst an AI takeover.
We've got to get to Boston before I give birth. It's the only safe place.
How long would that take?
2 weeks.
So this is a gripping movie with Chloe Grace Moretz giving an emotional, moving performance, really keeping you invested in this character's journey. And the cinematography and overall direction are just beautifully done in this. It's exciting and tragic, just taking you on a journey of emotions. But it is a little CGI heavy, which holds it back a tad. But the story and the performances are what really make this movie shine. It's an exhilarating, fantastic watch, and one that definitely should be on your list.
Sharks everywhere!
So 47 Meters Down is a 2017 survival horror thriller, directed by Johannes Roberts and starring Claire Holton and Mandy Moore. The plot follows two sisters who are invited to go cage diving while on vacation in Mexico. When the winch system holding the cage breaks and the cage plummets to the bottom floor, the two sisters are trapped inside and must find a way to escape. So I've always found the ocean and the mysteries in it to be just terrifying. Just the inky blackness and not being able to see what's around you is just pure nightmare fuel. And this movie does a great job of just putting you in this terrifying situation. It's claustrophobic as well as mind-bending as these two struggle to survive. It's just an insane movie that's definitely worth checking out.
What happened to my sweet girl? She's gone!
So Black Swan is a 2010 psychological thriller, directed by Darren Aronofsky and starring Natalie Portman, Mila Kunis, Barbara Hershey, and Winona Ryder. So the story revolves around a production of Swan Lake, which requires a ballerina to play the innocent and fragile white swan, for which a committed dancer named Nina is perfect, as well as the dark and sensual black swan, which are qualities better embodied by the new rival Lily. But Nina is overwhelmed by the feeling of immense pressure when she finds herself competing for the role, causing her to lose her grip on reality.
The only person standing in your way is you.
So this is one of the best movies I've ever seen at showing someone just slowly losing their grip on sanity. It's performed so sympathetically by Natalie Portman. She's just brilliant in this, and it's no wonder why this role got so much buzz for her. But this isn't a true blue horror movie by any means. But it is chilling and disturbing, and it's always horrified me in its realness. So if you've never seen this, Jim, you really should. So do yourself a favor and check it out.
What's more likely, that the president would be imprisoned in a mental institution, or a patient convince himself that he had the power to change the world?
You know who I am!
So The Current Occupant is part of the 2020 Into the Dark Blumhouse series of movies. It's directed by Julius Ramsey and stars Barry Watson and Sunita Henry. So trapped in a mysterious psychiatric ward, a man with no memory comes to believe that he's the President of the United States.
Do you know the name of the President of the United States?
I have no knowledge of any current events.
It's you.
Am I the...
Are you the what?
Am I the President of the United States?
And the subject of a diabolical political conspiracy. As the asylum's soul-crushing forces bear down on him, he fights to preserve his sanity and escape so he can return to power. So this is a small movie, but it's a fun, mind-bending ride. And in a lot of ways, it feels like an episode of The Twilight Zone. It's really all about the performances of the cast, which were all solid, but especially Barry Watson's performance. He just really sells this role. But it's definitely not a game changer by any means. It's just a fun popcorn horror movie, which honestly goes great with the next pick on this list.
She is more than just a copy. She's remembering who she was.
How many times has he killed me?
So All That We Destroy is the last pick on this list, and just like The Current Occupant, this is part of the Blumhouse series of movies called Into the Dark. It's from 2019, and it's directed by Chelsea Stardust and stars Israel Broussard and Dora Madsen. The story's about a geneticist who fears her son is a serial killer, so she creates a group of clones as part of a therapy to cure her son of his violent tendencies.
I want her to be real for you. To feel like the real thing so you can go longer before feeling these urges.
This really is a twisted little gem. It's disturbing, and it asks some deep philosophical questions about what makes us human. And it also focuses on the characters, because this is another small movie that doesn't have a huge budget. But once you put aside the limitations of this movie's budget and just get into the story of this, it really becomes a twisted, enjoyable little tale. So I think this is a perfect little 1-2 punch with Current Occupants, because these two little movies together make for a great Saturday night of popcorn horror. So grab some popcorn and your candy and enjoy. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me today. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know if there's any other movies on Hulu that I missed that I should check out next time. Also, if you could do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and ding that little bell, because that's the best way to keep track of this channel. And when I post videos like this, and I post videos like this every single week, I also want to give a huge, massive, enormous thank you to my patrons, because you guys, your support seriously means so much to me. And if you would like to find out more about becoming a patron, the link is down in the description. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Please crush that like button. And remember guys, horror can be fun. I will see you guys next time.